Hasta que no estás aquí dentro no sabes la grandeza de este equipo.
Quero o Benfica intimidar o adversário. Quero um manto sagrado entrar com vocês em qualquer estádio e assustá-los, pá! É isso que eu quero!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Talking to the Benfica Podcast. My name's Alfredo. Episode 579, namely entitled, or properly entitled as "It Is What It Is." Dave, how you doing, Dave?
An oldie but a goodie. We're already at that point of the season where we gotta bring out the old catchphrases. Holy shit, I never even thought about it. We might be on track where Nelson Verissimo has to come and take over for the rest of the season. It's almost getting to that point, eh, Alfredo?
Yeah.
Holy
For sure. I don't know.
You never know. You never know. This thing could really go off the deep end, and he's brought in just to finish off the season. You never know.
Who knows, man? Who knows? I think that they will let Mourinho run out his contract, I believe. But yeah, it's right around this time. I just didn't expect it to be this early, to be honest with you, especially with Mourinho taking over. I thought that would be a clear improvement, but I guess not. I was actually on Talk Sport last night talking about Mourinho. Lage gets fired after the fourth round, 2 points behind Porto. Obviously, that Karabag loss didn't help him in any way, right? But fuck, I mean, I know it's 4 in, but you're 18, 19 in now, and you're 10 behind, and you're basically out of all competitions after today. But Logan Muniz says worst Benfica I've seen in a while, and I have probably I have to agree with that. But I think at this time, Dave, I think that all these years just blend in. We got that one blip on the radar with Schmidt where things were happy, but ever since then, man, including Schmidt's second year, fucking horrible, man. I don't even.
Like Diogo says in the chat, he's already exhausted his therapy benefits for 2026. So, fuck,
wow.
It's one of those years again.
Yeah. But here we are, another night, another podcast. We're glad to be here. Chris can be here tonight. Should be back in next week or a week after that. But everything is good with Chris. It's just life happens sometimes, and things, scheduling problems and whatnot. But here we are. On tonight's show, we'll recap the Rio Ave game, which got some people excited. Not Chris. Chris berated me on Twitter, saying, "This is fucking Rio Ave, man. Come on, get a grip on yourself," praising this team. But I'll explain that in a little bit. So we got the Rio Ave recap, and we also have the Juventus recap, and we'll look ahead to Estrela da Amadora, which comes up this Sunday. Dave, how you been? All right, man? Have you exhausted your therapy benefits like Diogo Reis? Maybe things up there in Canada are a little bit limited.
Well, that and luckily this is like a free therapy session coming on once a week to talk it out with you and Chris and the Freddies here. So I keep it free, socialized therapy. We'll call it. I'm not paying for no therapy. here, but God knows we need it tonight, and especially how the season's been going.
Yeah. So let's. I guess I could address this, right? Diogo's asking, I don't think Diogo was here last week. Are we seriously buying Rafa, and if so, for what? Apparently for quite a bit of money. 5 million. I think that there's another Turkoglu, Koksu involved, Jetson involved, with monies that are owed to us, I guess, and they're gonna be part of the deal. So Rafa comes to Benfica. He arrived in Lisbon today. Apparently, he went out to the back door, and his girlfriend and his dog.
The dog.
Fucking shit, man! I swear to God, you can't make this shit up, man. The girlfriend and the dog came in through a side where the media was, but Rafa's sneaked out.
So what does that have to show you? That guy's clearly not. If he was over the moon coming back to Portugal, coming back to Benfica, he'd show his face, but he doesn't even want to put up with the circus anymore. But I mean, closer to home, sure, you can make that argument, but fuck, guy doesn't even want to show his face at the airport. You gotta let the dog take the heat.
People can't pick up that he's here. Like it's a big secret. And I don't know what he's afraid of. Right? What is he afraid of? The media? Just say no comment. I don't have anything to say. I'll talk to you guys when I'm introduced or whatever. But the fucking girlfriend and the dog coming out through the side where the media was, and the guy sneaking out, that's a fucking classic move. Benfica and animals. You had what was his name? Was
Tavares.
Vlachodimos.
He had the cat. He had the cat in the tree. Cat?
Yeah. Well, it's good. Benfica's an animal-friendly club.
Yeah,
too
friendly with Nuno Tavares. He was making out with his dog on Instagram.
I remember that. But shit, man, what the fuck, man? Seriously, and it's just one of those things, man. And it's like, as I've said here on the show before, you don't renew with the guy because the guy wanted too much money. You let him go on at the end of his contract on a free, and apparently now I think it's $5 million that you're acquiring the guy for. Plus, he's not gonna. At the very worst, right? He makes the same salary that he made when he first left. Right? I didn't know he had a girlfriend either. I just thought that he just. Well, I'm not going to repeat what Diogo just said because I think that's a little bit. He was a little bit of a metrosexual, I must admit, and but I mean that's okay, man. I love everybody the same way, but the thing is that it's just weird, man. And when you think this club can't get any weirder, they just manage to pull shit off that just leaves you scratching your head. It's like where the fuck is the normalcy in this club?
Yeah.
But it's just that. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, yes, Rafa's in Portugal. You will most likely be on Vils tomorrow, so you can make the training sessions. I don't know what took too long. If you always wanted to, hey, maybe we could have used them today. But again, I'm curious to see what this Rafa is going to bring to this team. But certainly, more shit.
And then when we had a need at wingers, we had no wingers. Rafa's coming in. Bruma's back in training. So now we got wingers coming left, right, and center here with only one game a week to play for here. So
Luka Bacchio's probably coming back soon.
Luka Bacchio's coming back soon too. So got to rearrange the chairs on the deck of the Titanic before the end of the season.
Well, and the weirdest thing is that so Bruma had the number 27, right?
27 or was it 17?
27.
27.
Which is Rafa's number, right? So apparently now Bruma is wearing number 7.
Yeah.
And the answer for that was, I mean, everybody knows he cleared up the number for Rafa, right? And I guess in the winter transfer window, there's a chance that you could reset numbers with the league. I guess that's the way things work, right? And what they said is that number 7 was always Bruma's favorite number, but Artur Koglu had it. And now he shows up with number seven because he had to give up the number 27 jersey. And the club is still trying. I mean, from the time that it was rumored that Benfica was interested, or Benfica was interested in Rafa, I knew that was going to happen. I just knew that was going to happen. Nothing that this club does surprises me anymore, to be honest with you, Dave. It's just, and then the thing is that just when you think that it can't get any fucking worse or any weirder, shit like this happens. The girlfriend and the dog to meet the media, and Rafa's through the fucking baggage belt.
The dog better be there tomorrow at the presentation too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Getting his jersey with Rui Costa.
I'm more excited to see the dog and the girlfriend than I am with Rafa. So maybe the idea was the right one. I just
shit! You gotta laugh or else we're crying, right?
I know you gotta laugh not to cry. You're right about that. All right, let's get into this, Dave. Benfica played the Rio Ave this past weekend. I'll give you the lineup. We'll discuss. Truban was in goal. Dedic, Araújo, Otamendi, Undal across the back. Auschnitz and Barreiro in the midfield. Prestiani, Sudakov, and Sheldrup on the forward line of the midfield, and Pavlidis up top. So, Dave, the biggest thing that I could pull out of here is finally we're playing with 2 wingers, right? And we've often said this, that teams like to kind of funnel up or clog the middle, and Benfica always struggles to get through the middle. So with 2 wingers, now it opens up the possibilities that we could stretch the game and they could allow through both flanks, right? Now, whether or not you have the right personnel, and maybe that's why Rafa's here, is a different story, right? But certainly having that option that you could go to the middle, also drifting Sudakov into the middle, which is a position that we've all been clamoring that he's best suited for, helped. And I, like I said, I had some words of praise. I was happy that that the team was playing the way they were, and look, at this point, I'll take any slight improvement as an improvement, considering the inconsistency and how bad we've played. So regardless of whether it's Rio Ave, and like I said, Cristiano was lambasting me on Twitter saying, dude, this is fucking Rio Ave. What are we getting excited about? Where's our exigência? Well, I'm just getting excited for seeing a different setup and for seeing the team. It was probably most, and I don't know if you agree with me, and I'll let you give me your thoughts on the game. Probably Benfica's best first half of football this season.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were going to say, if you were going to say best game overall, because I think there was second half, there was a little bit more to be needed and wanted there, but definitely a good first half from this club. I was wondering how this team was going to come out, especially after dropping out of the Taça to Porto midweek, going up to Rio Ave, and how this January has just been handling, or been how this team's been handling January. I thought it was going to be an area where we dropped points to Rio Ave. We already dropped points to them at home at the beginning of the season, but I'm glad that they showed up to work on time in the first half and really brought the game to Rio Ave. I thought that the 2-0 scoreline was fair. I don't know if you want to get into the PK or non-PK or for jumping ahead of ourselves, but at the end of the day, the ball don't lie, if you want to say, because after the non-PK call, we get an own goal, so kind of settles it anyway in that phase. But ball don't lie, when I thought it should have been a clear penalty. Guy falls on the box or falls in the box on top of the ball and touches the ball with his hand, but who knows these days what is and what isn't a penalty.
Yeah, look, I think it's all up for interpretation. I think at this at this junction, and everything that we've seen in Portuguese football, the referee gets called. Rafa. I'm just saying Rafa because
It's on our mind.
I want to go to a comment that from Fabs. Up to interpretation. VAR decides that it's not, doesn't call the referee. Sometimes they call it. Referee sees one thing, VAR sees another thing, and at this point, is so much up for interpretation. Or I don't know if there's agendas or whatnot, but certainly, I could see it both ways, Dave. And I think that he not only hits it with one hand, he hits it with two hands. But I could have also said, look, it's the inertia of the motion in which he's falling, and he had no way to do with his hands. I can understand. I didn't think it was that scandalous not to be called, but you're right. Justice was served. Just before Fabs 8000 is saying Rafa hates the spotlight, though he said it many times in an interview. But fuck, you're a professional football player, man. If you hate the spotlight, hey, maybe you should go play esports or something. Play football from your couch.
You want to get paid.
You're a public figure.
You want to get paid the money. While you're walking through the airport. Nobody's saying you have to hold your press conference there and then you're walking through the fucking airport. But just a little sign of things to come here for the second half of our beloved Benfica.
But anyway, like I was saying, I thought that I thought there was an excellent first half by Benfica, and again, Rio Ave is in 10th place, or was in 10th place at the time we did the preview. But yeah, look, it is what it is. But at this point, I'll take anything that I could get in terms of the performance from the team, and I'll get the slight improvements, because at this point, I'm just looking for anything that gives me hope. I'm looking for anything that will make me withstand the rest of the season without sending all this bullshit to hell and dedicating my time to watching curling, which might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, I'll tell you that curling
there?
sometimes is a little bit more exciting than watching anything Benfica's been producing here of late. Give me a shout when you want to watch curling. I'll give you the ins and outs of curling.
Either that or maybe like darts.
Oh, another sport I'm heavily into these days. You know how many times I had darts on the big screen and I had Benfica on a small monitor. The darts was more exciting than Benfica.
Exciting, man. That's exciting stuff, man. That's exciting stuff. I gotta be honest with you. I find myself watching Benfica games and dozing off. That's my level of interest in investment in these games. And that's shitty to say, but it's just this. There's nothing to get excited about this team. I don't know, man. I don't know.
But look, forget watching the other clubs in Portugal. Fuck, it's already bad enough. I gotta spend 2 hours watching Benfica. I'm not making time to watch the other. The other clubs in Portugal. That's for sure.
No, for what? So you could feel even worse that the other clubs got their shit together and we don't. Fucking Sporting's got 55 guys hurt. They still managed to pull the results. You know what I mean? Fuck, bro.
Again, you gotta laugh. You
gotta laugh, not to cry, right?
Yeah.
But look, second half was Benfica managed the second half because they were ahead. Rio Ave wasn't really showing anything. The goals in the first half, the first one by Barreiro off of a header from a Sudakov assist, and then the own goal following that non-call PK put Benfica up to nothing. The second half we didn't do much. 3 substitutions, and here's the other thing, man. I don't understand why 5 substitutions are not used. You got a game midweek. You're winning 2-0. You're comfortable in the game, and he makes one substitution in the 62nd minute. He makes another substitution in the 78th minute, and he makes a substitution in the 90th minute. Manu for Sudakov in the 90th minute. Why not rest these guys? And then you complain that Auschwitz is tired. Got the game under control, man.
Yeah. Actually, what I wanted to say when you were first mentioning this game, how the lineup was set up, and how it's taken us here till January, but we finally got Sudakov playing in the right position, and we got wingers playing on the wings. But if you, I don't even want to give that credit to Mourinho, because I think this is all a result of
Necessity.
injuries. Like Rios is injured, Bariga, as Chris likes to call him, is injured. So now, okay, we have to. No matter what coach comes in, we have to find a spot for Arshness to start it. And Mourinho's got his love bug with Barreiro too, so keeps both of those guys in, just drops them deeper into the pitch. And okay, now we've got our wingers playing on the wing, and we've got Sudakov playing where he's suited to be playing. So I don't even want to give that credit to Mourinho. It's like he's only doing it because of injuries that have occurred here. It's going to be interesting to see when Rios and Berenche is already back from injury, but it's going to be interesting to see with when Rios comes back, with Rafa coming in, Bruma coming in. What's he going to do, and where's he going to put all these puzzle pieces together? But I don't even want to give Mourinho credit for that.
If Diogo's saying, can we do a buy, loan, sell January window version? Dude, this whole fucking team would be sold. Are you fucking kidding? I wouldn't have enough screen space to
True. We already have that problem in June, and when we're doing that, we don't have screen space for the.
Yeah, we briefly touched up on it. Look, the important thing domestically is, I think at the end of the day, we still got to aim for that second spot, because that's going to get us in the qualifiers for the Champions League, and that's important for the club. That's important for the finances, so on, and that's important for our well-being as well. But yeah, 3 points against Rio Ave, which is important. Dave, stats.
Yeah, exactly 1 year later that Barreiro scored in the Portuguese league. So it was 1 year ago today, or on Saturday, that he had that hat trick that he scored, and then he waited an entire year afterwards to score in the Portuguese league after that, with the goal here against Rio Ave on Saturday. And with the win on Saturday, it was 1,800 wins for Benfica as a club in the Portuguese league, the first club out of the entire league's history. They're at 1,800. Porto's at 1,759, and Sporting's at 1,645 with the same amount of games played. So put
Dave,
that in the museum.
Dave, I love the way you do stats, right? Because in the midst of all this shitstorm and all this garbage, and
you gotta put a positive spin on it.
You know, you always find a way to go get that one stat that's like, oh, okay. So we got 1,800 wins, and Porto's got 1,000 wins in the league. So that's good. Because
put a banner up. We got to put a banner on. This weekend after Stade de Luz, they'll put a banner up. 1,800 wins.
1,800 wins. There you go. That's something that we should all be proud of. So shifting our attention now to the Champions League, the game that happened today. Basically same lineup. And look, I thought that the team did okay in the first half, right? And oftentimes we see the team come up in these big stages and play a name. Not that Juventus is doing anything crazy this year. They're perhaps, I was telling Dave this beforehand, that Juventus is probably the worst Juventus I've seen in many years. But Benfica always has this tendency of respecting these bigger clubs more than they should. And I thought that Juventus started with probably first 5-7 minutes. I thought Juventus started well, but I think that Benfica then took the initiative and grabbed the ball. I think we had more possession. At possession in the first half, more possession. But here's the thing: we have possession. We controlled. We pressed high. We recoup balls, in Juventus's half. But I just, Dave, I don't know if you got the same feeling. I just didn't feel that the team had the urgency of a team that needed that win.
I get what you're saying. On the flip side of that, Juventus was very sloppy there, especially towards the second part of the first half. And I thought there, if we were going to get a goal, we were going to get it off of a Juventus mistake or Juventus being sloppy. I thought that's how we were going to get our goal. I didn't think we were going to get a goal from any play that we built up, whether it be from the back up, because really when Benfica had possession, they weren't really doing much with it. Any real chances that they had were of a result of either applying pressure to Juve and they're making a sloppy pass that we intercept, or they're just giving up the ball in the wrong areas of the pitch. Right, that's the only way I thought we were gonna manage to get a goal there in the end of the first half. But yeah, anything that we had possession, but what did we do with it? We really didn't create anything offensively with our possession, but I thought we were going to get a goal there just from how poor and sloppy Juventus was playing. So that's not necessarily to say or put a positive on. Yeah, Benfica was playing great. It was more to say like, wow, how far has Juventus have fallen from like maybe 5 to 7 years ago. They were in Champions League finals. You know, they had one of the top teams in Europe, and they've really fallen off to almost making me believe that Benfica were going to be able to pull out a result here, but not so fast.
Dave, it's the same move as when I was praising Benfica and Chris was going, but Rio Ave sucks, bro.
Yeah, it's
the same thing. It's a horrible Juventus. That Benfica, they gave up a lot of balls, but I also want to give credit to Benfica that the high press was there. We were able to recuperate balls in their half. I thought that when they pressed us, at times we were very good coming out of the press, finding that free man that get us out of a press. I felt good about it. The first half, I just felt that there was no sense of urgency from a team that has to understand and go into this game that they need to win. They need to win. No other results matters, but to win. And it was just, I just felt that if the team had a little bit more sense of urgency and to go after it, I think we could have done better. Obviously, it didn't help that Pavlidis is probably one of the worst games in the Benfica jersey. Missed that penalty, slipped, and the ball ended up at the corner flag. Every time the ball hit him on his feet, just couldn't control it. Very trapalhão. Whenever he tried to dribble, always lost the ball. Probably one of the worst games for Pavlidis against Juve. But then the second half, we had nothing. Juventus scored in the 55th minute, and we couldn't react. We had no reaction. We just felt that at that point, that was it. If in the first half, the lack of urgency gives you a sense of, well, what the fuck is this team playing for? Do they understand that they need to go out and get the win? After the Juventus goal, you really felt that there's a lot of guys going through the motion. Just didn't have the solutions. Just didn't have the solutions for this Juventus team, which was mediocre at best. But yeah, and then 64th minute, so like 9 minutes later, you suffer the second one, and then after that, we had a little flurry that resulted in a penalty, but really nothing. I don't remember Juventus's keeper make a save in the second half, Dave. Can you look that up?
I'll look that up, but we'll say one thing: you didn't have to make a save for Pavlidis penalty attempt, because holy shit, that penalty sums up Benfica's 2025-2026 in one image. Like if we get a recap of the year, just put that clip, because it's like slipping on a banana peel. You got an opportunity there, and whoop, just right underneath them.
The operating word is banana.
Yeah.
For the fucking president.
Right off our president. Yeah.
Holy shit, bro. Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up the stats here on the game, but I don't recall Juventus's goalie making a save in the second half. Let's see stats. This is all 2 big chances for Juventus, 1 big chance for Benfica. Benfica fired off 16 shots against 12 from Juventus. Goalkeeper saves 3 and 3. Let me see in the second half. Yeah, Juventus keeper made 1 save in the second half. I know that Trubin made a big save right before their goal. But then he couldn't do much else. But here we are, needing to beat Real. I think it's hilarious, man. People are hilarious on Twitter because there's always that glimmer of hope from Benfica. And I forget who it was, man. Benfica had to beat Real Madrid, and there was fucking 7 scenarios that needed to happen in order for Benfica to qualify. I said, are you fucking serious, man? You have a better chance of winning the lottery than the Benfica qualifying for the second. I don't know, man. It's just I love people that are like that. There's always a positive outlook. There's always, and in a way, I'm like that too. Like I sat down to watch the game, and I was genuinely excited, and I felt that the team after the Rio Ave game was going to be able to pull something off against Juventus. And then the first half had me excited, and then it's just, I don't know.
That's the problem, though. It's like that glimmer of hope, and then when it comes crashing down on you, and you're like, oh no, it's like what, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, right? It's like we keep getting suckered in, and now I kind of wish that with today's result there was like a 0% chance, because now we're like, no, we're still not officially eliminated. We got to beat Real Madrid, and we got to hope that this team loses, this team ties, this team loses. It's like, just put
people hold on to that, Dave.
Yeah,
people hold on to that.
No,
people hold on to that last glimmer of hope. Yeah, it's just, I forget who it was, but it was something so freaking crazy of the scenarios that had to happen. But first,
I have the tweet here. So Bayern Leverkusen, who's at home, needs to lose to Villarreal. Monaco, who's at home, needs to lose to Juventus. PSV, who's at home, needs to lose to Bayern Munich. Bilbao, who's away, needs to lose or draw against Sporting. Ajax, who's at home, needs to draw or beat Olympiacos. Napoli at home needs to lose or draw against Chelsea. Copenhagen, who's away, needs to lose or draw against Barcelona. Bruges at home needs to lose or draw against Marseille. And Bodo Glimt, who's away, needs to lose or draw with Atletico Madrid. So we need to hit nine scenarios here, and we have to still take care of our own business at home.
Yeah.
So
somebody grab that parlay, bro. That's a crazy ass parlay. That probably pays a lot of money.
Somehow there's like some analytics, football meets data Twitter handle.
Gives you the scenario.
Yeah, Benfica still has a 27% chance. I don't know how you get 27% chance when you got to hit those 9 scenarios, and they need to hit 5 of those scenarios. So 5 of those 9 need to hit, plus we have to win at home against.
Yeah, that's a crazy parlay, Diogo. That's a crazy parlay. That probably would win you a lot of money. That parlay. Benfica winning, and then a combination of all those results, hitting the combination of that. Hey, it might be worth putting $1 on
No,
that.
please, Alfred. Now see, it's that glimmer of hope that's talking here. Like
It might be worth putting $1 on that and
$1.
see what that pays out. I would be curious to see what that pays out. It's just Benfica beating Real Madrid. That's a
it.
big payout.
Not in itself.
But imagine all the combination of all the other results.
Imagine we
Crazy.
We get 5 of those 9 results, but we still don't take care of business at
exactly.
at home.
No,
that's how it is.
That's the irony of it all, right, Dave?
Yeah.
It's like 7 or 9 of those, everything like falls together, boom, 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 and then Benfica loses to Real Madrid by missing a penalty in the 90th minute. It's fucking great. That's just our life these days.
We're gonna be pushing so much up front, and then a counter in the 90th minute to seal it for us. But
it's just Diogo. I never bet with the heart, man. That's a rule that I have. Very rarely do I bet on Benfica. That's a game you don't want to play, man. Never bet with the heart. You gotta bet with the head. But yeah, so we're practically we're 83% out of the Champions League. We still got that 73%. Still got that 27% glimmer of hope to make it in the second league to this second round. But come on, man!
I wish it was 0. We had nothing to play for.
Seriously, that's crazy, man.
No emotions on the line.
No.
Sure, field the B team. No. Remember, we used to play our showcase our young talent in the Champions League. So they wanted to use that game next week as a showcase. Sure, bring it on. But we got 27% chance. You got to still field their best 11. You never know.
I just want to take something here. Take a look at something real quick here. Let's see, table. I just want to see who's on this table. Who's our company? So below the 24, Napoli, Copenhagen, Bruges, Bodo Glimt, Benfica, Paphos. Who the fuck is Paphos?
They're from Cyprus.
Okay, Paphos. Union.
David Luiz is there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ajax, Eintracht, Slavia Praha, Villarreal, and Kairat Almaty. Wow, that's some company, bro. That is some company. I mean, Ajax is an historic club. I think that Slavia Praha is a historic club as well. Villarreal is the champion of the Europa League all the time. They have the most. I think they have the most.
Them and Sevilla between the two of them.
Yeah, they have the. I think. Yeah, or maybe I'm confusing it with Sevilla. But Napoli. Well, Napoli has 8 points, so I think that Napoli may still have a chance here. But fuck, Karabakh has 10 points, bro.
3 from us.
Athletic Bilbao has 8 points. Olympiacos has 8 points. Yeah, that's amazing, man. This is just depressing. So depressing. And it's only January, Dave. Dave, give me some stats, brother.
Pavlidis misses PK for the first time while at Benfica. Previous to that, he was 15 for 15 on PK conversions with the club. And as much as we spoke about how this isn't the almighty Juve of years past, this is only Juventus' second victory over Benfica out of 10 previous meetings. The first defeat against Juventus since 1993.
Yep. So there you are. There you are.
Jesus, Benfica 300-1 to win the Champions League.
Yeah, as I was saying here. Yeah, Diego was saying the best thing about the old Champions League is that when you get the parachute to the Europa League, it came with a renewed optimism, which, as a Benfica fan,
the thing is with the old Champions League, we probably wouldn't have even finished third in our group the way we started. we would have still been knocked out of all tournaments. Like,
Yeah.
who-
No, but I understand what he said.
Yeah,
Because after disappoint, well, and here's the thing: it can't be too disappointing, Diogo, right? Because you'd have to come up in third. There was years like that year that we finished with 0 points in the Champions League, and you didn't even touch the Europa League. Go to jail and pass go and go to jail or some
yeah.
shit like
no,
that.
no collecting $200
Yeah.
for that one.
Yeah, but you're right. There was a sense of renewal, sense of hope that now you're going to drop and you're playing with all these teams, and then you play 2 games and then you'd be completely out. But yeah. All right, let's turn our attention here to Benfica's next game. Benfica will host Estrela da Amadora this weekend, Sunday, 1 p.m. Dave, what's Estrela up to these days?
They're currently in 12th with 19 points from 4 wins, 7 draws, and 7 defeats this season. Historically, wins 6 draws, 2 defeats, coming in with 10 straight victories against Estrela. The last time we dropped points to Estrela came all the way back of May 2008. So a team that history seems to be on our side, but you never know with how which Benfica is going to show up here this week.
Yeah. Nah, you never know. Never know. Hey, maybe Rafa will play. Think he's ready to play, Dave? Or you think?
Well, I almost thought I got Rafa confused with Pete. He almost said, "Well, he is the Monku master, so this is where he shines." But that's Pete. Don't want to give that title to Rafa. But.
I mean, does he play, or does he do like Bruma, take the trip to Turin and then never even comes on the field?
The thing, if I'm not mistaken, Rafa hasn't played since like November either, so he might be rusty. He might need to get into some sort of game shape because he had a falling out with Besiktas, and he hasn't touched the pitch since November. I'm gonna go see exactly when that was, but I remember seeing when all this Rafa chatter was coming up, but he hasn't been playing in some time. Yeah, November 2nd was his last game for Besiktas. So
yeah, wow,
2 full months.
2 full months without a competitive game.
Yeah.
And
only bench only made the bench one game after that, December 20th. So he hasn't even touched not even the bench for a while either.
Yeah. Diogo Reis wants to know how many more of these podcasts we got left where we talk about nothing and I just make stupid jokes all night. Hey, at least we got that going on with the stupid jokes for some entertainment.
Yeah. Like we said, gotta laugh.
Yeah, gotta laugh, not to cry. But yeah, so another, I don't know, you could sit here and say another tricky game or another easy game, but who knows?
Just get the result.
Yeah, at this point, and I think I'm going to steal this from somebody. At this point, Benfica is like an advent calendar. You open the window and you never know what you're going to have on the other side. I stole this from somebody. I don't know who. I think I've read it on Twitter.
I think that's being generous because usually most of the time you're going to get something positive out of your advent calendar.
Right.
With Benfica these days, I don't think most of the time you're going to get anything positive. So,
well, you open the advent calendar and the game's not positive. Hey, but we open in a hotel. Hey, Benfica District. Hey, this
Benfica FM.
Benfica FM
2.0.
I've yet to listen to 1 minute of Benfica FM, and I should, but I just haven't felt compelled to do it. But yeah, Dave, let's get out of here, man. I've had enough of this. Diogo's not coming up. But guys, the hotel.
Hotel. There we go.
The guy's the hotel. Yeah, exactly. The hotel in the district.
Maybe Rafa will be introduced at the hotel. 2 for 1.
You know what? That's not a bad idea, Dave. At the lobby of the hotel, introduce Rafa.
See, bring the dog. Say that the hotel's pet friendly too. You just tie it all in. It's marketing.
Yeah. Is the hotel pet friendly?
I don't know. They'll make exceptions for Rafa and
Dave, you're thinking, bro. There's money to be made here. Introduce the hotel, bring people to the press conference, offer them a half a night, pay for a half price for a night. Pet friendly. Bring your dog. Meet the guy's dog. Get skincare tips from his girlfriend as well, dude. We could roll all of this into one package.
Holy fuck!
Benfica fans, the clients, and the customers, because that's what we are these days. Their opinion counts for nothing.
The guy wouldn't go through the airport, but he's gonna stand at the hotel and meet and greet all the supporters and let the supporters pet his dog. I don't think that's gonna fly with Rafa.
Amazing. What happened to his girlfriend couldn't fit through the baggage carousel and the dog? She had to come out through the regular door.
The best would be if she wasn't in on the plan and he dipped without even telling her. Yeah, I'll be right there, and he went off the side door and she's trying to look for her. Where the hell?
He hired that girlfriend. I got a better idea. Maybe she was just his dog walker. That he said, "Hey, you need to bring my dog to Portugal. I'll pay you." Rafa's fucking in the baggage carousel in the underbelly of the airport. Amazing stuff. Let's get out of here.
Into CMTV with all this airport talk and dog talk. But
Sam TV. I was actually after the game I turned on to Sam TV and they had a poll which said if Rui Costa, and obviously taking aside the Supertaça, right? If Rui Costa finishes the season without any titles, should he step down?
And what did the poll say?
I don't know what but that was the question of the polls. I said, dude, do you think he's gonna step down after he did all that work to win the elections? Are you fucking mad?
Yeah. We'll save it for another podcast, but I think the same people that voted for him the first time, I still think a big majority of them would vote for him. The elections were to be held tonight, so I don't think
because the problem was the hamburger man. That was the problem.
The Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar.
Yeah.
We don't want the Hamburglar to steal Benfica from us.
Yeah.
We know what we have. We're probably better off.
The change can come from within. We don't have to go.
The change from within is crazy. The change. We want change,
but from within.
We think Rui Costa is able to do it. It's fucking amazing. Dave, let's get out of here, buddy.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week. We'll recap the Estrela Amadora game. And we'll also recap the Real Madrid game, plus the other 7 variations of results that need to come together in order for.
Place your bets responsibly.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Take care, everyone. Later.